I can't justify 100 level tickets for 700 $700 tickets for hardly anybody at this point.
Yeah.
It's a
I'm not paying that, G. I'm not paying that for nobody.
It's
I'm
venues
good.
that have been closed up, trying to recoup their money. It's artists and whatnot. And I respect that. You trying to get out here and get the bag back that you done lost for 3 years. Not at my expense, though. Shout out to everybody who going. I'm not hating on nobody, but G.
Right.
100 level, 800. Who is it, Prince? Is it Michael Jackson?
Bruh, and you know what's crazy? In a few years, it will be Prince and Michael Jackson on some hologram type stuff, touring, and it's going to be that much.
I beat everybody ass. I swear to God. Flights to go travel. Go to Florida. Bag round trip right now, maybe 200. Take your family to Florida for what a ticket would be for a real experience. You can get going and experience some different culture. Man, see, look at my old ass in here. Hey, come on, man. Let's start the show.
Yo, welcome to Beers and Bars,
your place for rapid fire hip hop discussion and, of course, great beer.
I am Kamal Kiddo.
OT the Golden Child. Shout out to all of you great folks out there that's been rocking with us, man. If you watching us right now, for all the listeners, if you watching us right now, we back doing a pandemic type episode. You know what? I can't even say that at this point because of the pandemic. This has kind of become accustomed for a lot of interviews and things like that. We've kind of recognized that this is something that, but
for sure,
we still back outside, boys. We'll see y'all soon at somebody's location. But, a classic pandemic episode happening right now via StreamYard. So, yeah, man, what's popping with you?
Shout out StreamYard, man. What's up with the sponsorship? Anyway, we got a few things we're talking about today. A few things dropped lately for me personally. I've been checking for the They Cloned Tyrone soundtrack. I've been checking for Valet and Harry Fraud. I've been checking for Babyface Ray's new album, Summer's Mine. But today, we're going to have a conversation about Nas and Hit-boy's latest project. They got a run. They got a nice little thing going, man. Their latest project, Magic 2. We're also going to discuss, man, Nas's top 5 albums. What are they? What could they be? Nas. We're going to talk about, what else are we talking about?
We're going to talk about AI being used in hip hop.
Yes.
On a podcast. We should credit the podcast once we post this and we know where we got it from. But
yes,
Benny Siegel was talking about possibly using AI. He has some voice issues and whatnot. If you're familiar with him, talking about using AI to kind of get his, to obviously still his raps, his writing and all that, but using AI for his voice, for some projects coming. And AI has been popping anyway from the standpoint of AI songs, AI Drake, all this other shit. So how y'all feel about that?
Right. There's a lot to unpack with that. So we'll touch on that a little bit. Also, new to Netflix is They Cloned Tyrone, a movie directed by, I think his name is Jewel Taylor. Juel. I think you say it Jewel. I'm guessing Jewel. I'm not sure. And it stars Tiana Paris, Jamie Foxx, John Boyega, who gave a dope performance. He's a dope actor to me, man.
Fire.
But we're gonna unpack that a little bit. But before we get into all of these topics, what are we drinking?
First of all, before we start, let me just say, Homegirl is like easily coming into my top 5 crushes. So,
isn't that her from What Marvel too.
WandaVision.
Yes, WandaVision. Yeah.
So look, Steph, if you watch this, it is what it is. You like Lawrence, and you talking about how you like Lawrence and shit. I like the girl from Marvel. And okay, whatever.
That's funny.
That's life. Such is life. All right. Yeah, man. What I'm drinking. Hey, man. Listen, you don't even know what's happening right now. So, a couple weeks ago, man, on one of our posts, somebody was like, y'all need to try a beer. Forget exactly how it happened. It was like 3 weeks ago. Young lady Christina Thomas of Brown Girls Brew was like, y'all need to try this joint. She has a beer that she actually sent to us, man.
Word?
Yeah, man. She hit us up on Instagram. I'm like, yo, where you located at? Whatever. I hit her in the inbox, and
we gotta check them out.
Yeah, man. I'll send y'all some stuff. She actually mailed me 2 of her brews, man. I think this is the main joint she has right now. This is her. Let's see. I haven't opened this at all. This is her carrot cake style amber beer. Oh, I'm sorry. Carrot cake style amber ale. Check out let's see. There you go right there.
Nice.
Yeah, man. So big shout
What's
out to
it called?
This is the carrot cake style amber ale. So
from Brown Girls
Brew. I believe right now, I think she's formally, and forgive me, I think she is from the shop, but right now she's currently in New York. But I told her, we appreciate it. I would definitely crack this joint on the show. I know nothing about this beer. I've never had it. It's an amber ale, so cousin of it's an ale, right? So it's like cousin of like a pale ale, but obviously with it's not rocket science, people. Amber, right. Why would we call it amber ale? It speaks to the color of the beer, right? So let's take a look at this joint, man. Let's take a look, crack this open. You know what I mean?
True.
And it's I'm obviously from the name, you would presume that it's gonna have some carrot, taste, carrot, maybe carrot aromas on the nose. But definitely got the amber color popping there. Let's see. Let's see what's popping. That's pretty good, man.
Yeah. You got one for me, man?
I do. She sent us 2. I have one for you.
Hey, man, don't drink my joint, man.
I'm not gonna drink your joint. I'm trying to think. Definitely. Got some nice, maybe caramel type, sweet notes up front.
Yeah.
Definitely getting some nice malt aromas, on the nose and whatnot. Pretty good beer, man. I don't really partake in a lot of amber ales. With all the craziness around hazies and IPAs and whatnot, you don't really see a lot of people brewing a lot of amber ales. So this is more so of a
Flunky Town has one. I know they have a good one. Yeah. But that's in recent memory. That's the only one that I can think of off the top of my head. And I know that one because that one was a really good one.
But nice coming in at 6.1% ABV on this boy too. So shout out to this beer, man. Definitely a crushable type joint. You know what I'm saying? I would say it's very approachable. If I would offer this to someone who is maybe not into beer and say, yo, try this joint out. I wouldn't give them an IPA. I would say, hey, try this joint out. You know what I'm saying? And see what they thinking. So yeah, man.
Yeah, no, amber ales are pretty good, man, for sure. For sure. I'm checking for it. From Pollyanna Brewing Company, I'm gonna have their Summerly, which is a raspberry wheat ale, and this is only 4.8 ABV. But this is right for the summertime. It was 91 degrees today in Chicago. But yeah, man. Let me think. What else can I see about this?
Have you had it before?
I have not had this before. This will be my first time. This is a wheat ale with strawberries added. I'm looking forward to the raspberry taste. I generally have, I check for raspberries and whatnot, man. How's my pour game looking?
Looking pretty good, man.
What's
People
up
would
with your
say,
Cicerone action, man? What's
bro,
up?
look. Let me allude to the world right now. Big shout out to Mickey. Mickey, I'm terrible, man. My wife be checking me too, like, bro, have you done? Well, really, what it is
This
tested.
is really good, by the way. This is really good.
I need to take.
Very strong raspberry notes. But go ahead.
I need to take the test to be a certified craft beer server, which is like the step under the actual Cicerone joint. But the reality of my life is that also leveled up in life. You know, I am pretty much a project manager. You know, that's my
Oh, yes. Yes.
But, hey, if
Man,
anybody out
congrats,
there
G.
knows what project management is life,
Yeah.
project management life is like, bruh.
So right, and we've had conversations about this. So congrats on the position.
Yeah.
But I'm praying for you to maintain your mind state. You know what I'm saying?
No, it's not. It's this, that, and then just life, man. You know,
right.
Shout out to my son Jordan. He just finished basketball, about to go into tackle football.
Wow.
He has wanted to do it for about a year, and we let him play flag. He was pretty good at flag, and you know what? I'm like, you know what, man? I never thought I'd have a kid in tackle football because I really didn't want to go that route, but
yeah,
he really likes it.
Not to go that route.
Yeah. He really likes it, man. And this is his first year. You got that. Yeah. It's a lot of stuff happening, man. I got 3 kids and a wife, man. It's
facts.
You know what this life is about. It's rough.
Oh, for sure. It's hey, man, we family guys out here, man. I get it. Man. I get it.
I'm getting it soon, though. I will be. Hopefully soon I'll get it done, man.
True. I feel you. Nas.
Let's go to Nas.
Nas and Hit-boy. Latest album, Magic 2. Their latest collaboration is Magic 2. Magic 1 was released
December 24th, 2021. Because it made my top 5 out of nowhere because it was that good for me.
Yeah, it came out of nowhere.
Yeah, dropped it out of nowhere.
It was 2021, yeah. Because they dropped King Disease 2 that year too, didn't they?
Yeah, yep.
That's crazy.
Yeah, man.
They was going crazy.
Still going crazy, man.
Still going crazy, man. I'm happy to see Nas on his joint with this you know, he's doing his thing once again. Let me get these lists of songs, man. I like the album. I think that Nas is a very good rapper. I think he has gotten better. Like the fact that he has gotten with Hit-boy and has released so many projects in the last like 5 or 6 years or something like that. Like 5 years or something like that. His pen and his mind in general is sharp. You know, I remember when, and I think I've said this before, but I remember when he did Nas album Done for Khaled. And maybe one other song before that, somewhere like a Lucy somewhere. I'm like, I don't know if I really like this joint. I remember Nas album Done. I wasn't really checking for that joint. I remember the Jay and Nas song for Khaled. I was like, that was here and it was gone. You know what I'm saying? It's like it didn't really move the needle in the culture. And rightfully so. It wasn't really much to write home about. But this project and the projects that he's been doing with Hit-boy, even though Hit-boy is not one of my personal favorite producers, the consistency that they have and the chemistry that they have has given something to Nas. You know what I'm saying? Like, Nas is sharp. He's still sharp. He's been in the game since the 90s, so he's got over 20 years in this thing. And he's got stories. So in Magic 2, he's got a lot of stories. You know what I'm saying? He'll allude to things like Nipsey wanting to do an I Am documentary because it was bootlegged. You know what I'm saying? And he wanted to get Steve Stout involved because he was part of that as well. And he's got stories like that. And he adds those into the thread of the fabric of the album. And that's kind of been his thing. With a lot of the projects with Hit-boy, as far as songs, I like Abracadabra. I like Office Hours, actually, with 50. I like Black Magic. I like What This All Really Means a lot, and Slow It Down, and Pistols on Your Album cover. Those are probably my top joints. And that's more than half the album. The album is only really 8 new songs. And then you got the 9 new songs. And then you got the One Mic, One Gun joint. You know what I'm saying? The joint he did with 21. But I think it's a solid album, man. I think it's a solid album, G.
Yeah.
My only pushback, if there was any pushback, is that it's like it's all just straight, like it's straight rapping. You know what I'm saying? There's not a lot of other texture to it, like other Hit-boy Nas projects have. You know what I'm saying? There's other kind of maybe singers in it, and you know what I'm saying, a different vibe. But this is but then I already know what you're gonna say. This Magic series is alluding to him, that younger Nas vibe. I feel like you about to hit me with that, but now I'm done.
Well, yeah, it does. But at the same time, I have to admit this is probably one of my least favorite of the bunch of all of them. King Disease 1, 2, 3, and mainly because so first of all, let me just give credit to Nas I've spoken many times about the second half of People's Lives. You know, him and Black Thought for me right now. They are really they're really proving that hip hop has the same trajectory as rock and roll, as to where if you're still good, age don't matter, because you'll take the cult following and you'll bring them with you regardless of how old you are, if you're still good at what you do. And Nas and Black Thought are still are examples of that. Maybe Jay as well if he comes out with an album. Killer Mike is in the 40s, you know.
Let's go.
So there's that. But you know, we've seen Nas. He has 3 King Diseases. Magic dropped in 2021. Magic 1 is probably my favorite of all the drops because it's Queens. It was so Queens from the standpoint of production. First of all, it was gritty, it was grimy, and I think that's Nas's best rapping outside of KD3. Yeah, KD3 and Magic are very.
I like KD3. Yeah,
rapping wise. This joint to me it's okay for me.
I feel you.
I don't want to compare it to Magic 1. It just to me is not as good.
Yeah,
because Magic 1 was so backpack and so Queens and so New York from the production standpoint. It was just like the man. I don't want to go back to it, but just so many when that was just gritty and grimy and crazy. This joint,
I'm gonna go back to Magic 1, man. I gotta go back to that. I gotta revisit it.
Phenomenal, man. The way it come on, it sounds like Lost Tapes to me. It's very Lost Tape-ish. This joint though, man, I really like Office Hours. I like Bokeem Woodbine. That is my joint, man.
I'm trying to think.
Man, it's a crazy.
Oh
joint.
Yeah,
that joint right there. Bokeem Woodbine.
Yeah, it's hard.
Irvin Magic Johnson are probably my favorite joints.
Wow.
Because Irvin Magic Johnson has a more today type bop.
It does.
You know what I mean?
That might be why it's kind of low on the totem pole for me, G. But I feel you though.
I like Slow It Down as well. But outside of that, Abracadabra is okay.
Abracadabra's cool.
Ocean,
I like it.
Yeah, man. I don't know. I'm not gonna come back
I
to
like
this.
Slow It Down, G. I like Slow It Down.
Slow It Down is good. No, Slow It Down is good. Like a Slow It Down, Bokeem Woodbine, Irvin Magic Johnson, in Office Hours with 50 is my favorite on this joint. It's just Magic for me. To me, was so phenomenal that you know.
Yeah.
it's like a blueprint 1, blueprint 2 type thing. You know, it's like okay. So Nas still my favorite rapper of all time. He is
True.
I mean, what the hell? So yeah,
True.
let's go right into the top 5, man. This is on the fly. It's on the fly.
This on the fly. I haven't really thought about this for real. But I know my favorite Nas albums. You know what I'm saying?
Bring yourself up, yeah.
I know my favorite Nas albums, and
I'm looking right now. This is gonna be crazy. Oh man, top 5.
First of all, yeesh, man.
First of all, let's do this first. This is something we used to do a lot, people. If you're new to this podcast, we would normally top 5. I don't think this is a repeat. We never did top 5 Nas. I don't think.
I feel like we might have, yo.
Well,
because I feel like I might have put Life Is. I feel like I've talked about Life Is Good in a list. You know what I'm saying?
Well, being that he has new joints, I think I have some stuff to say that may.
Yeah. All right. So okay. So see, and it's hard to rank them. Like I can tell you, like a good 5 good Nas albums.
Listen, we can do,
but like
if that's how you want to tackle it, you don't have to do 5 to 1, 1 to 5. Give your
yeah. I don't know, man. Like Illmatic is one. It was written, G. Lost Tapes is on there. So first of all, those are my top 3 Nas, period.
Okay.
Those are my top 3 Nas albums, period.
Yes.
Period.
Absolutely. Yep.
Now the other 2, I could probably give it. Man, Stillmatic kind of hard, G.
Stillmatic. I want to see where you go.
Stillmatic is crazy.
I want to
Stillmatic crazy.
What Stillmatic and God's Son about to land, but go ahead.
God's Son is probably number 5.
Okay.
Now I can't I like Life Is Good too, though. I remember Life Is Good being a solid album.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But I'm not gonna put it in my top. And Nasir is actually a decent album to me. You know what I'm saying? But I can't put that one quite in there either because it's not long enough. It ends abruptly to me. But yeah, man. And that might have been in order, actually. Illmatic, It Was Written. Dang, Lost Tapes is hard, though. Woo, Lost Tapes hard. That might be in order. Lost Tapes, then Stillmatic, then God's Son. God's Son has some songs on there that I don't necessarily care for, but
some strong songs.
I was just thinking about Zone Out the other day. You know what I'm saying? Zone Out with Jungle with Bravehearts. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, those would be my top 5, G. Illmatic, It Was Written. Lost Tapes, Stillmatic, God's Son, in that order.
Okay, I'll match you. I think that I would also say that the first 3 is definitely right there. Illmatic is the greatest album of all time for me. If you don't like it, kiss my ass. It don't matter.
It's a good album.
It Was Written is 2 for me. I think that it's almost like a Lupe type thing where, you know, I think that Lupe first 2 albums are his best. I've heard people say, you can't really, your first album can't be your best. Yes, you can. It's subjective. Yes, it can.
Yes, it can, G.
It doesn't. What does that even mean? So yeah, I'm going those 2. And then honestly, yes, I think Lost Tapes will be number 3 because no idea is original. There's nothing new under the sun. It's never what you do, but how it's done.
Bruh.
You base your happiness around material
women and large paper. That means you inferior, not major. Man, stop it.
Bro.
Lost Tapes is straight knowledge. It's straight creativity. Stop it. Lost Tapes got some bangers.
Lost Tapes is possibly one of the best albums ever from the standpoint of rap. That album, I mean, from Czechoslovakia to Texas Metropolis, them treacherous Robinson of Mexican mafias be scrapping with tats on their back. Never I mean,
Papa was a player. Player wasn't Papa.
do rags.
Papa loved the ladies. Couldn't get enough of the pretty brown.
Bro, okay. This is where it gets a little congested for me because I don't know. Stillmatic, Godson, Magic for me. Stillmatic, Godson, Magic. You know, I don't know where I'm putting those. So since this
that's 3 albums, G. This top 5. That's 3 albums.
I'm gonna say Stillmatic because of songs like Second Childhood, because of songs like Rewind.
Strong.
Know, these are strong songs. You know, the Ether Diss, you know what I mean, is on there. Got Yourself a Gun is on there.
Got Yourself a Gun.
The Flyest, which is like the second coming of Life's a Bitch. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah,
I'm putting that there. And then I think I like Magic more than Godson. Yeah, I think I like Magic more than Godson right now.
I could see that. I'm not mad at that. I gotta listen to Magic again, man. I remember Magic 1 being okay. I liked it. I don't know. It's a rawness in Godson to me, though, man.
There's some certain songs on Godson that I'm not rocking with, and Magic is so flawless. Magic gives me such a Lost Tapes feel from the
gotta go back.
The rapping. So that's why that's where it's at. But anyhow, let's go to AI. Back to that. Let's go to some AI stuff, man. You know,
word.
Welcome to the Lex Friedman podcast. Let's go to some artificial intelligence, man. Come on.
Word, man. So go ahead and talk about it, OT.
Yeah, man. So shout out to Sparks, man. He like 5'10". He live in Houston. He be running, but his calves too big. So
he said 5'10". I don't even think he that tall.
He like 5'9", but his calves is make up a low because his calves is like horse's calves. So he posted in the chat the other day. Benny Siegel was talking about using AI for you know, his condition. He has I don't know the details, but his voice is very, you know, like he can't really talk that well, let alone fucking rap, right? Mm-hmm. So he's talking about, you know, using AI to put music out, you know, in place of, you know, kind of make his voice how it used to be. Because, you know, AI, you got AI Drake, you got AI, a lot of people. So here's what I say. So we're talking right now about whether, you know, the whole AI movement and rap and all that kind of stuff. I'm not rocking with AI when it comes to like the creation of, you know, material and just music and like whether, you know, you can have AI create and do what, you know, what Blueprint did, do what The Fix did, do what you know, The Diary did, do what 36 Chambers did, right? Like that's, you know, I'm not rocking with it from the standpoint of how it can just this is not even a word, like use algorithms to collect information on what something should sound like and then just present it. I'm not ever gonna rock with that. But I don't mind what Benny is talking about because
that's different to me.
That's very different. Those are his words, his thoughts, and all that. I'm not rocking with the AI Drake, man. This AI Drake just as good as it ain't Drake though. So
it's not Drake. Down. That's corny to me, man. It's like
let's AI your life. How about let's AI you.
Right. That's the thing. Like, you know, I feel before I heard what Beanie said, I was against it completely. And then after hearing what he said about, you know, it's still his pen. It's his pen game, but he wants to use it to help his voice.
There's an exception to everything.
And with that idea, my thought is, well, I feel you and I'm on your side. I'm on your side, Beans. I rock with that. I'm looking forward to that. But can't that be done with like filters and with like that can be done with you know, I don't know.
Not as cleanly, no.
Okay, all right. Because I mean, I don't know enough about that technology to know if you can put your words into it because I know that I guess you can because the AI Drake is an actual person. And like he was just revealed, like this white dude, this white teen was out here and revealed himself as the voice behind the AI Drake, and he, did that whole thing. So I guess you can input your voice and it'll, put it out like the voice of that artist. I'm with you, man. I'm totally against the concept of buying an album that sounds like an artist, but is not that artist. Why would I buy that? You know what I'm saying? Why would I feed into that? I'm against going to a hologram concert of an artist. You know what I'm saying? Why would I go see a deceased Notorious B.I.G. concert? Like, why would I to a Prince concert? That's that. Now I wouldn't want to go to a concert of like fake Prince. That's weird to me. I don't know. That's weird to me, man. I wouldn't want to do that. I'm not gonna pay money to see a hologram. You know what I'm saying? But now if they did like a crazy stage show, you know what I'm saying? That's a little different. But if it's just like a dude walking around, a hologram walking around, I think that's just ridiculous. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't know, man. But I feel what Beans is saying, and if it's used in that way, but the same with DOC, you know what I'm saying? He's got a very heralded album. His first album, I think. And I've heard that joint. It is good, but I ain't listened to that joint in years. Like when it dropped, I wasn't even on it. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't.
He was like 5 years old.
On the real, like I don't know, but then he lost his voice. Like he was in a car accident or something like that, and his voice is crazy now. Like if you heard him talk, it's like you know what I'm saying? It's over with. His vocal cords is crushed. But that kind of stopped his career to a certain extent.
Mm-hmm.
And I definitely support using it in that way because your pen is still there, but overall, if I'm checking for that, but as far as, buying an album or listening to an album, somebody just told me, King Von just dropped the album. And somebody was like, this sounds like AI Von.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Like one of my guys, like, this sounds like AI. I can't mess with it. I'm like, if it is AI, I'm with you because that makes no sense to me. Let that man rest in peace. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, G.
Yeah, if y'all want to come on the podcast and say why I should be AI, come on here so we can counsel you and get you the fuck out of here.
I want to hear what you got to say. You know what I'm saying? Change my mind. You know what I'm saying? I'm open. Let's talk about it.
Yeah.
But yeah,
okay.
G.
Let's go to the fact that if y'all don't know, so Jamie Foxx right now is not a real person. I believe, I'm with the conspiracies. He is cloned. I don't think that is the real Jamie Foxx. I think that I think that Hollywood creates clones. I don't know why. I have no reason. But as a contrarian, I do like to believe shit that everybody else doesn't believe because that makes me smart. So Jamie Foxx 100% is a clone, I think. That's neither here nor there. All right, they cloned Tyrone.
Oh no, that's not here nor there. That's right here. That is right here. That is a perfect example of what's going on. People think Jamie Foxx. Like, why do people be thinking people be clones? G, what is that about?
You obviously don't.
He is a clone. Nope. Nope.
You don't get
Gucci Mane is a clone. Nope.
bro.
What?
They, right? And it's always they, because you can't put a face or name, so you just use an ominous fucking term. They clone people. Who is they? Them. That's who they is.
But this film, They Cloned Tyrone, tries to answer that question, I think. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and start this a little bit, man, because I'm a fan of films. I'm a movie maker. I'm a filmmaker, and I was looking forward to this film coming out mainly because I like the actors that's in it. You know, John Boyega, Jamie Foxx, Teyonah Parris. I'm familiar with all of these actors, and excuse me, I just saw Breaking like a couple weeks ago. I think that's like a 20. I don't even know what year that came out, but that starred John Boyega as well. And the movie was okay. It was a true story. The movie was okay, but John Boyega, I thought, gave a really good performance. And then They Clone Tyrone comes out, and I was looking forward to it. And once again, he gave a really good performance.
That man is good.
This man is a good actor, G. This man is a good actor. And this film in particular, directed by Joel, I don't know how you say his name, Taylor, written by him as well and another guy. I want to say like somebody Rettenmeyer. Yes, Tony Rettenmeyer. So they're Joel Taylor and Tony Rettenmeyer. And the story goes, right? In the Glen, this neighborhood, I don't know where it is in the United States. I do know that the film was shot partly in Atlanta and partly in Cape Town, South Africa, as a matter of fact. But it follows this guy, this drug dealer, right? New beer. What you drinking?
Chicago Tavern beer, Haymarket.
True. Shout out Chicago Tavern. And Haymarket. Mike, Jim, and them, the crew. That's family right there. But yeah, so John Boyega plays a drug dealer named Fontaine who gets into it and he's shot. Now, I'm not giving away too much about the film because this happens early on in the film. And then he's alive again. And everyone trying to figure out, hey, what's going on? How did that happen? And so he teams up with, and he also doesn't, he's confused as to why people are treating him like, I was shot. What you talking about? You know what I'm saying? And so he teams up with a hoe, a prostitute, and a pimp, Jamie Foxx. And the prostitute is Teyonah Parris, right? And they trying to pretty much figure out what's going on. And it turns out that it's this big conspiracy going on. And it's being done to even the I forget I forget exactly what they're doing, the white people, because this white underground group a group of scientists is trying to even the playing field between whites and blacks. They want equality, and how they do that is by keeping the pillars of the downtrodden community being the pimps, the hoes, and the prostitute. The pimps, the hoes, and the drug dealers consistent in the neighborhood to keep it like stabilized. It's an interesting movie to me, man. I really liked it. I haven't watched it again yet, but I do plan on watching it again. I think there's something to be said about the powerful storytelling of having the heroes be a drug dealer, a hoe, and a pimp, and them trying to reveal what's going on to their people, um, through what they're trying to do. I think there's some powerful storytelling in it. I like that those ideas and those images of, is unapologetically black. One of the things that I really enjoyed about the film, and this is just one small scene, but Fontaine, John Boyega's character, gets into it with another rival gang, right? Another rival drug dealer. And they come over to like the beauty shop to like confront him. And the leader of the rival drug dealer comes in with his boys, and they just came from the barber shop. So they're all wearing barber capes. You know what I'm saying? When you go to the barber shop, they put a cape on you so you get lined up, cut up, or whatever. And they all got on barber capes. And small things like that are part of the black culture, the black lexicon, is just dope to me to see put out there for the entire Netflix and everybody else world to see. I just think that that's just great to see. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Yeah, man, I like the movie. I think you should check it out. And actually, the soundtrack is not bad either, G. It's pretty decent. And it's got like, a lot of names that I had never heard before. But I'm checking for it though, G. Mm-hmm. But yeah, man, they cloned Tyrone, man. I'm checking for it. What you think about it?
Man, I really like the movie. I'm gonna try to keep this to where we at. I'm gonna try to keep this to maybe like 8 minutes, and then get out the way. So first of all, this is gonna be a lot of spoilers for people who are listening. So if you haven't seen it and you want to see it, you can cut this off and then come back after you watch it.
True. I try not to spoil it.
No, I'm spoiling. So what I really enjoyed about the movie was the complexities between comedy, sci-fi, suspense, thriller-esque like vibes, right? Like it's a lot going on.
Would this be considered satire? This satire?
And absolutely, because there's a lot of irony in it within in the church scene when they're talking about how your son or whoever can get killed, but at the end of the day, just trust. Right? It almost reminded me, this is not a plugger, but on the song Mercy, Mercy Me, I had a commentary about my brother stressed he got problems that he can't escape. The church kicked him out because they couldn't pray the gay away. He trying to wrap his mind around how Jesus saves if the place you're supposed to meet him at say you couldn't stay, right? Like it's like a
you can hear that now on Pop's playlist by the Golden Child, streaming on all streaming platforms.
It's funny, but it's like, damn, G, like how you get kicked out of a church for an affliction, but you're trying to find Jesus at the same time, right? Like, so in that scene, they like, just trust, but it's like, don't worry about your son got killed. Don't, there's definitely a lot of satire in it, like stuff that's supposed to make you, like Dave Chappelle-esque type stuff, right? So I like how it combines all that because it's comedic, but at the same time, it makes you think. It was very good with that. What I like the most about it is how they draw on, how they're cloning people. And and right now we have this cloning talk within the culture. But it's really at the end of it really draws it together. It's not cloning. What it is and we talk about this as far as real society, is that Chicago, LA, New Orleans, Miami, Houston, everybody has a Tyrone, right?
Facts.
That's the like, because at the end, you know, there's a Tyrone in LA, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the thing about it is that the systematic issues that exist that keep people in a certain position, you know, it happens everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
And we are cloned, but it's not a real clone. There's just situations that are happening in every ghetto around the country.
Mm-hmm.
I think that was a big takeaway.
Facts.
Like that, yeah, there are clones, but it may not be necessarily real clones. But bro, it's a drug dealer, it's a pimp, it's a hoe. All these issues that are continuous cycles happen in the community.
Yeah.
What I really liked, my favorite part of the movie though, was that once Fontaine was confronted with the fact that he was in a cycle, what is your response now that you know you're there? Right? And Yo-Yo comes to get him, and she's like, we got to fight this. We got to fight it. And he was like, he had this nihilism about himself. Like, this is what it is.
Right.
And goddamn, I feel like that speaks to a lot of the situation where we are.
Man, yes. He's like, man, I can't do nothing about it.
If you wake up every day in poverty, no opportunities, all these issues, and you know, a lot of people have this pull yourself up by your bootstraps commentary.
Let me, yeah. Just pause. You wake up every day, and his routine was to go get liquor, go get the scratch offs, give some to the old elderly man who knew everything, wasn't crazy. He knew, he had the sight for real, but he had a daily routine of going, and a lot of our people have that same routine. But go ahead, G. Go ahead.
Yeah, man. And that's hard to break out of, is all I wanted to say. There's a lot of commentary, and I feel you. I am big on personal responsibility, personal accountability.
Yeah.
But also I had a mother and a father who afforded me certain opportunities and things that I was raised with that some people simply don't. Their upbringing isn't mine. And when you have people who grow up in these fucking cycles, these are cycles. Yes, every once in a while somebody breaks out, but the majority of people, it's hard to break out of that because the feeling of despair and being lost is a continuous thing. And that was Fontaine at a point. I really like that point in the movie when Yo-Yo tries to come and get him, but he is like, it don't matter because this is what it is. It's what it is. It's
like,
not
what it matter. It is what it is. What it is. But see, that's why this is an important film to me, and that's why I want to watch it again. I like the whole idea that like I didn't, until you said it just now. I had to watch it again, and I didn't understand why at the end, we don't see a Tyrone throughout the entire film until the end. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, I don't get it. Is he in the same city, or like but then you said he's in LA.
Yeah.
And they like, man, they cloned you, and he looking like, but there's that guy in every major city.
That's the broader conversation.
And that's a broader conversation. But see, that's the thing about the film. I couldn't wait to get into this conversation. And I'm looking to get into this conversation with other people. You know what I'm saying? Because the movie warrants this type of conversation. It's not overly preachy. It's not preachy. You know what I'm saying? It's unfolding. You watching the story. It's not heavy-handed in preaching to you. You know, dang, I almost dropped the spoiler, man. But you know, the image of John Boyega and Fontaine and the different types of his character that appear in the film, it's like, and to know where that even came from is our own that look like us. You know what I'm saying? That's helping perpetuate this cycle. And I'm like, yo, that's bug. But it's intentional. Like, the film is funny, but it's also not just stuff happening just because. No. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. It's intentional. It's intentional that it's a drug dealer, a pimp, and a hoe. It's intentional, in my opinion, that the hoe is one of the most revolutionary. She's the most revolutionary. She's the most revolutionary. She's going hard. Yeah. We gotta show them. We gotta show them. She's the most disrespected in the culture. She's the most disrespected in the culture. No one gonna listen to her. She was getting treated throughout the entire film about a pimp, G. Throughout the entire film, he was treating her, saying all types of jokes on some, you know what I'm saying? You a hoe. And she still felt like, I need to free my people. We got to show everybody. Man, that's hard.
Yeah.
It's something to be said about that. You know what I'm saying? That's hard to me, man. The film is good. It's good.
I'm going to watch it again.
I'm going to watch it again. Because I'm like, bruh, this not just like, yo, that's like halfway through it. I'm like, that's crazy that they got a pimp, a hoe, and a drug dealer as the protagonists. You know what I'm saying? Of this whole joint. And about to uncover this whole joint. And throughout, like, you know, society, they've been the most, like, looked down upon. You know what I'm saying? Man, I thought it was a good film. I thought it was good. Yeah. I thought it was good, G. Listen, I liked it, G. I liked it a lot.
But remember, we don't want to keep going, you know.
Yeah.
They did clone Jamie Foxx.
They did?
No, in real life. Jamie Foxx, Gucci, because there's a larger conspiracy happening to clone actors. We don't know we know that there are, if you watch the movie, we know that there are what's the guy's character again?
Which one?
The main character.
Fontaine?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
He was a drug dealer.
Yeah, we know that there are actual clones throughout our communities. You know, we know that. That's not the real thing. The real issue is that they're cloning people like Jamie Foxx and Gucci. We don't know why.
Yes.
We don't know why, but they're doing it.
And they are doing it. Yes.
Believe that.
Yes. Yeah,
this is I like to my fake Twitter. I like to sometimes just bring it out on the show. Look, we can be done after this. You know, again, we don't drink a lot no more. I've been practicing. You know, if I drink today, I won't drink for 3 days. So you know, I'm a little saucy. Excuse my trolling. So yeah. But beers and bars next time. You know, next time I think let's not allude to that. Yes, well, one thing we will do next time is Travis Scott's dropping an album soon.
Yes, Friday.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is there anything else of significance that's dropping?
Probably, but you know, I'm looking forward to Trav. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. And we'll be back outside too on the next one. So yeah.
True.
Peace.